Darlings, it's Mummy, Sybil Bruncheon, and I'm coming to you from my little driveway gardens. And this is how I spend my day. I only have one visitor right now. Sometimes I have as many as 4, not counting all the birds and everything and the bees. I refer to this little person as Mr. Boos-quee. He's getting more and more tame, as you can see. That's my shoe in the foreground. So he's getting more and more tame. Let's see if I can feed him some seeds. I'll throw some seeds out. And being a typical animal / child, he is nowhere to be found. All right. Well, we'll wait for a few seconds. There's a catbird over there. Oh, look, he's back. Is this a different one? Might be. Nope, cheeks are sort of plumped. They eat not unlike a nice man that I dated many, many years ago. He was the governor of Iowa, or was it Idaho? Iowa? It was a state with too many vowels in its name. I do remember that. And he was very sweet. And he was a little aw-shucksy for me. He was always presiding over things like 4-H club jamborees and hog-calling contests. He ate, though, exactly like a chipmunk. And from the neck down, he had a body like a Greek god. From the neck up, he was a little on the jowly side, even as he got leaner and leaner and more muscular. His face, for some reason, remained kind of jowly. I think he was Polish or Hungarian, or was it Sri Lankan? I'm not sure. Anyway, but he would put food away and simply, just completely consume everything. And I must tell you that except that he wasn't on all fours, he did sort of vacuum the table, much as this little fellow is. By the way, I've nicknamed this little fellow Mr. Boos-quee, which is Mummy's take on French. Boos-quee, it's actually Boos-quee, Boos-quee. It's my version of lumping all croissants and baked goods, breakfast sandwiches, English muffins, McDonald's egg McMuffin things, Starbucks sausage McPatty, whatever those things are. I just sort of say it's time for a ham Boos-quee, and George knows immediately what I mean. And it can be anything. Anything that is a starch that has been browned and caramelized and has some butter is just fine with me. I almost would think that a Ritz cracker could be a Boos-quee. Anyway, so that's Mummy's own language. I'll teach you words as time goes on. Here come more of my catbirds. They're coming over. They're very sweet. Why are they called catbirds? Because they make a sound sort of like a meow. And they're very cheeky, too, like cats. And I simply adore them, and they're very, very, very pretty. And even more importantly than that, you can sort of walk almost all the way up to them. If they're busy with the suet cakes, they don't care. They want to eat. Anyway, back to Mr. Boos-quee. He or she is absolutely priceless, and there are several of them in the neighborhood, and then one or two are living under my cement steps right here, here in my little mainline residence that I'm living in now. This is this beautiful little community on a mountainside. You can see that we're on a mountainside here, and it's simply enchanting. Back to the governor of Iowa, or was it Idaho? Anyway, he was the sweetest man. He wanted to get married to me, but he wanted children, which was not a problem for me. But he did want me to give up my career, and at that time I was very invested in my actressing, and I didn't want to give up being an actress, and so I had to say goodbye to him after 3 or 4 months, 3 or 4 months, and then 2 incredibly tawdry weeks in which we didn't leave a motel room was it Des Moines? Or was it Boise? Oh, I can't remember. It's all a blur. It was very nice, though, and we had a wonderful time saying goodbye. And every once in a while, we would meet at a 4-H jamboree or a jam and jelly contest or a guess your weight, guess your age tent in a carnival, and we would sort of twinkle and blush and sort of look at each other. And by that time, we were both married, and our spouses would suspect things immediately. And so it was just, it's a dear memory. And the chipmunks always remind me of him. Or was it Ohio? Huh. Oh, well. Anyway, darlings, remember, be present, be mindful, be grateful. Be in the world and of the world. Everything you see and smell and taste and touch, it's all only borrowed. Only borrowed. Good night, darlings.